everyone, and good nom nom nomming. And welcome back to Danganronpa 2, Goodbye Despair, Blind. Did you think I forgot about saying that? I didn't really have the chance 2 episodes ago, and well, last episode I was reeling a bit from, just all the man's nut, you know? Good lord. Anyway, in the last one, we pretty much investigated the entirety of this second island, except for this place, which Chiaki has now called us back to. And I don't know if they want us to look at the building or talk to Chiaki, but we're going to do everything except those 2 things first, which basically just means talk to everyone else, flex my vocal cords, and try to get used to everyone's voices again.
I've talked to everyone, but nobody has seen Nagito. However, Kazuichi and Nekomaru seemed uncomfortable discussing it. What are they hiding?
Yeah, I wonder what it is they are hiding. Maybe it's Nagito.
It just occurred to me, but have you seen Nagito anywhere?
I mean, not personally. No, I haven't seen him.
I see. Jeez, this goes for Fuyuhiko too, but you boys should really get a hold of yourselves.
Okay.
Man, what the heck? Wow, what the heck? Guys, I don't care who hears me. I'm gonna say it. What the heck? I wanted to play with Mihiru in the bath some more.
Yeah, I mean, I wanted to see it some more, but I took the time to come all the way here. It's a waste of my time. I'll fucking cut you. Yeah, alright, man. Jeez. Calm yourself.
Hey, after we finish exploring these ruins, let's invite Miss Sonia and have some fun splashing around at the private beach. Oops, my bad. Everyone's invited, right? Right?
Seriously, this guy, he's just so carefree. Ah, well, you know, there's always got to be one, right? A new land has opened. However, it does not mean we will find salvation there. Grief is all that awaits us. But that would be quite entertaining. So he's saying you didn't find anything useful on this island. Is that it? Well, I see you already know how to talk to him, Hajime. Or talk at him, I guess.
I see. Coach Nekomaru sure is strong. I'm definitely gonna win before I get out of here.
She could at least make an effort to help us find a way out of here. Oh, well. I did not find anything at the beach that could help us escape. And that's my report. I hope we find something here.
I'm sorry.
Why are you apologizing so suddenly?
I was so excited about the drugstore that I completely forgot to find a way off this island.
It sounded like she was only thinking about giving people shots. And there weren't any clues at that drugstore?
Well, there was lots of medicine. And lots of syringes. And needles.
So, shots then?
I'm sorry.
Oh well. Anyway, Buki.
Chiaki was investigating this place really thoroughly. Is she a ruins enthusiast?
I don't know, maybe. What say you, Chiaki? Are you a ruins enthusiast? Hey, Chiaki, what did you find? If it's not a way off this island, does it have something to do with this island's secret?
About that, I don't know. What do you mean you don't know? It's like it doesn't belong with a building this... It's like it doesn't belong with a building like this. I keep thinking about it and it feels unnatural. It's like a comic book originally about baseball becoming a side-scrolling action game.
I imagine that is a reference, but I have no idea what that means.
It's unnatural like that.
That's a little hard to understand. Well, I mean, yes and no. It's hard. I don't get the reference, but, you know.
Look, that door over there.
Door? Yeah, this one right here. Sorry, I might be taking more frequent breaks. I brought drinks with me. And by drinks, I mean a single drink. So I'm going to have to, you know, keep myself going for like another 40 minutes. But, you know, I'm at least going to be able to refresh my vocal cords. Just thank God Nagito isn't here, you know? Because, good God, that guy wears my voice down like who knows what. To be fair, excuse me, the only ones who really wear my voice down at all otherwise are Nekomaru and Gundam, so... It's nice that we don't have too many that destroy me. Because like last game, we had Hero, to an extent Toko, because Toko just... It got really breathy and it ended up, like, kind of hurting in its own way. But, you know, talking as Hero for an extended period of time is really hard. And Mondo was also quite bad on the throat, but everyone else was quite easy. So I guess we have 3 in every game, then, that just hurt. I mean, Leon wasn't that bad either, despite the... Sorry, got another burp coming. Okay, that was tiny, but whatever. Yeah, Leon was... Because he was basically just Hero. He had a slightly difficult voice, but, you know, it wasn't too bad. Man, you know, Kazuichi's constantly smiling face is a little bit creepy, I'm not gonna lie. That was a lot. Oh, that was probably just the people. This is everyone behind me, I assume. I am going to assume yes. Let's look at this door, then! It's hard to make out from all the dust, but this is the door, you mean, right?
That's right.
Yeah, it looks like that's the door to the ruin. So what's wrong with this door? Can you go inside? Before we attempt to go inside, let's try brushing off some of this dust and clearing some of these roots. Clearing some of these root things off the door. If you do, I'm pretty sure you'll understand what I mean by unnatural.
For now.
Yeah, I don't really understand, but I guess we should try what she says? You're right. Just as Chiaki said, we brushed off the dust and cleared the roots that were stuck to the door. And then... What is this door? It doesn't feel like it belongs in an ancient ruin.
What's going on?
It's like a door from a sci-fi movie, don't you think? It definitely doesn't fit with an ancient ruin.
And what is this symbol on the door? It looks like it's Japanese.
Oh!
Ah, you're totally right! I'm sorry if it's just my misunderstanding. To me, it looks like it says Mirai, or future.
Oh, that's, I instantly started that in Mikan. That's what it says on the hotel, right? I only really remember that because it was like, I have no idea what that means. So I guess Mirai means future. Wait, does that mean it's called Future Hotel? Future. Hey, who cares about a symbol on the door? More importantly, how do you open it? What's inside?
It looks like there's a liquid crystal display next to the door. Could the two be related?
Oh, right. That must be the key to open the door. It's probably set to open when you type the password.
Acting all high and mighty. So what's next? It's obviously impossible to put in the password without any hints. You saying a normal person can't open it, but a Yakuza can? That's hilarious.
Shut up. We just type whatever. We might get it right.
Hold it.
I think we should wait. Doesn't that seem dangerous?
Yeah, did you not notice the gun? Hmm? What do you mean, dangerous? Man, my voice is just like the Kazuichi voice. It just don't really stick, does it? It's always flying around, never quite the same. Yeah, well, I guess. At least mine sort of got some consistency. It's always got this sort of tone to it.
Guess that thing next to the panel, doesn't it look like a gun? In fact, that's totally a gun.
Gun? Huh? That's not a gun?
If it is, it's probably very dangerous. It's possible you might get shot if you mess up the password. Right?
Yeah, it does seem like a distinct possibility.
Damn it.
It can't be helped. Looks like it's better we don't mess with it. For now.
He's totally freaked out.
Shut the hell up! You do it then!
But still, a building that looks like an ancient ruin, with a door that looks like it's from a sci-fi film. It's definitely unnatural. This is probably an important place.
Important place, huh? The problem is, how is it important?
You're both quiet. You guys know about this building too, right? Just be honest with us. I have no idea at all. I don't know either. And now, everyone should focus on gathering the fragments.
Hey! There's no way you guys don't know! Don't just show up and tell some lousy lies! Oh god, I'm starting to turn into Toko! Ah! I guess he is, like, male Toko, isn't he? In that sort of, well, in the voice sense. He is absolutely not male Toko.
You guys are probably the ones who covered that door with dust, right? Just as I thought. You guys were hiding it on purpose. Oh, no, that wasn't very good. You guys were hiding it on purpose, right? Hey, don't talk like we're equals, you trashy bitch. I'm sorry. Say you're sorry, bitch. I just said it. I just said I'm sorry.
Is it possible that there is a connection between this door and the reason this island is uninhabited?
What, that it's like a bunker?
For example,
Oh, yeah, or a shelter.
this place might be a shelter, and there might be natives inside.
Is something happening that would make them hide in a shelter? If so, we're all screwed.
Yeah, well, Nagito's happening, you know.
You're getting all riled up.
Several possibilities cross my mind. But it looks like there's no way to confirm it yet. That door is really sturdy. But not in a material sense. More essential than that. Huh? What are you saying? For instance, even though Manami and I can come and go as we please, we can't enter what's beyond that door. Huh? You gonna go inside too? Does that mean you're the same as me? And
Keep your tongue in your mouth. My body can't handle a supersonic meteor rush like that.
Oh, there we go, there's the dumb name. And oh no!
there! Now that I've shot on my sister with a fantastic Pegasus meteor fist.
That isn't what you called it before, is it?
This is the mystery of Jabberwock Island. A mystery that even Manami and I can't solve. That's why I have high expectations for you guys. Oh, no, that's what happens when I drink a lot of juice. One day you'll be able to solve that mystery.
Well, in that case, he doesn't know, which... I mean, that pretty much confirms that it's not Hope's Peak, doesn't it? Though that is curious, right? Because it's like... Why? Why does it look like Hope's Peak? Probably a complete coincidence. But this door is pretty similar to the one in Danganronpa 1. You know, in the front hall. Guns and all. So, like... There's definitely some credence to it being Hope's Peak, but... You know... Although, to be fair, this island is already, again, forgive my canonisms, but pretty whack. So, you know, considering that there are apparently, there's an entire building missing, and it probably should have been quite big, considering that the statue was inside of it. But, I mean, as of right now, because, like, this is actually quite similar to something else that happened in Chapter 2 of Danganronpa 1. It was, like, an entire episode where I just talked about what was inside the letter you found in the library. And actually, I was, like... There are some things I said in there that was actually pretty correct, as I recall. But yeah, I don't really have anything for this. I'm gonna say right now that it's not Hope's Peak. But... You know... I don't really know what it is, then. Yeah, because, I mean, looking at it this way, right? If it was Hope's Peak, that means our Danganronpa 1 cast would have had to come out and would be here. And that includes Monokuma. Now, I have noticed that there are certainly some correlations between some of the characters from Danganronpa 1 and the characters here. Byakuya is definitely the most, evident. Well, not evident. The most obvious one. Makoto and Nagito kind of align. There's a little bit with Kyoko and Hajime, with them, like, you know, being the ones to not have their talents, and being one of the ones that spearhead the trials. Akane is fairly similar to Hina. Granted, that is largely in appearance, but they are both, like, physically active. Like, their talents are physically oriented. Toko and Hiro, though, not really. At least as of yet, right? I mean... You know, what are we going with here? Like, Hiro... No one really looks like him. No one's really got his attitude. Arguably the closest one there would have been Teru. You know, they were both sort of the, I don't believe it sort of characters. Granted, Hiro went on to survive and Teru died in the first chapter, but... yeah, and then Toko you sort of only really got as the game went on, right? I suppose from the outset, like, the closest we've got is, like, Fuyuhiko here. You know, sort of the one who's very openly hostile, insults people. I guess in that respect, you could attribute her to Hiyoko. But, like, that's... it's when that sort of, like... Those last three, Hiro, Toko... Actually, it wasn't last three, but Hiro, Toko, and Kyoko, they sort of, like, make this whole thing crumble. Whereas the thought, you know, as the thought of, well, maybe the Danganronpa survivors are some of the characters here. Because, like, none of them, those three don't really line up. And the one that Kyoko does line up with is Hajime, who is one, a guy, two, a lot taller than her, three, just isn't like her at all in any way, aside from the spearheading of the trials thing. And I suppose he's sort of got her no-nonsense attitude, kind of. Byakuya, Hajime, and Hina fit that sort of thought a lot better, but I don't think it is. I've already said how I'm like 99% positive that Byakuya wasn't really Byakuya. I mean, I know that Makoto isn't Nagito because I've played Ultra Despair Girls. I mean, unless he was living a really weird double life, like, it's not like I ever saw them at the same time. And yeah, I mean, I guess Akane and Hina could still work, but I think somehow Akane just looks too different, you know? Also, bigger tits. That seems easy enough. All we gotta do is remember what that black and white tanuki said before.
Hey, why are there 16 of you? If a total of 15 students from Hope's Peak Academy were arranged to come to this island... That's right! There's probably a traitor I don't even know about hiding among the group.
Well, actually, that raises an interesting point that I hadn't really thought about. That I suppose I shouldn't have really needed to think about until now. Monokuma knew pretty much everything in Danganronpa 1, because Junko knew everything. She set it up. There was some, like... Yeah, I think the only things she didn't know was when stuff went missing, right? Which was largely Kyoko just nabbing stuff. But here, Monokuma, 1, doesn't know who the traitor is. And 2, there's an entire building, a massive building, that presumably he would have had to come out of, considering that he's Monokuma, and that's supposed to be Hope's Peak or whatever. He doesn't know either of these things, which sort of makes it seem like... Well, I mean, we've sort of got the impression that he's intruding on this, because, you know, he's also told us that Usami is the one who, like, took our memories, right? And of course, we met Usami first. It would seem to make sense that Usami is the one who brought us here. So... why, I guess, is Monokuma here? Is he literally just here for the sake of wreaking havoc? I'd say yes, seems likely. That is basically Junko's whole MO. But I'm also thinking probably not, considering that would just, you know, be a reuse of Danganronpa 1. And I have a funny feeling this game is going to slap me with a slightly different plot twist than, oh dear, the outside world is bad. You know? Although, we do kind of have this small issue of that I think this plot twist is going to be, oh, turns out Usami wasn't that bad. But well, yes, I'm already like 99% positive she isn't. The game isn't really doing a very good job of convincing me that she's not on our side. So I'm gonna hope that's not a big plot twist. That, oh my god, Usami's not bad. But, you know, my point is that since Usami is the one who brought us here, it evidently wasn't to kill us. But it also seems like whoever's controlling Monokuma, who I would presume would be like one of our ultimate despairs, doesn't really know anything about this, so they didn't set it up. Which, I mean, on one hand is like, obviously that means that Usami isn't working with them, or whoever's controlling Usami isn't working with them, which is actually a whole other problem, right? Because someone has to be controlling Usami just like someone's controlling Monokuma. So, I feel like an ultimate goal here is, ultimate, is going to be figuring out both of those things. Like, who's controlling Monami, who's controlling Monokuma. But who knows, maybe they will pull, like, well, I mean, probably not, considering that they did pull it in Ultra Despair Girls. But they might pull a thing where it's like, oh, whoops. Surprise! Monami is actually evil. You know?
Just kidding. There's a traitor among us. That's what that ugly Tanuki said before. Ah! Calling me ugly and a Tanuki. Those kinds of silly names don't depress me in the slightest. He's totally depressed.
There's a traitor. They probably know how to open this door, right? And there's probably boats or a way to contact the outside world beyond that door. Or maybe whoever's controlling Monokuma and Monami is hiding there. I'd say probably not. It is actually a good idea, though, but I'm gonna say probably not.
But do you really think there's a traitor among us?
Of course there is! Who the hell is it? Hurry up and confess.
There isn't. There's no traitor anywhere.
Monokuma? What about you? You're the one who mentioned it. What's so funny?
Oh, have you guys heard of an organization called World Ender?
Now that's one I haven't heard of, no. World Ender? I'm the one asking you a question. Don't just change the subject.
I understand why you'd want to just ignore it. World Ender is such an embarrassing name. So embarrassing that only middle school students... No, wait, elementary school students would come up with it. But the name is unavoidable because that organization actually exists. So what is this organization? It's literally what it says. Those guys ended the world.
Okay, so they're Ultimate Despair. That's a better name than just Ultimate Despair. Let's not lie. But I also haven't heard this before.
Ended the world? That's not an overstatement or a metaphor, you know. Those guys really did end the world. So don't you think it's appropriate to call them World Ender?
Very literal, yeah.
You mean they're a terrorist organization? Terrorists, huh? Yeah, that might be accurate. But only losers are terrorists. If they manage to win, they become heroes.
Well, sometimes.
In that sense, they're more like heroes. They're the heroes who ended the world.
Oh, then yeah, they're totally Ultimate Despair.
What's going on?
So what? Don't say things that don't make sense. Don't tell me you're gonna say this organization is the one putting us through all this crap.
World Ender? You saying that you and Monami are also members of that organization?
Who knows?
The only thing I can tell you is, the organization that the traitor is working for, the ones who brought you to this island, World Ender is behind it all.
That's interesting then. If that is true, which is what I guessed, I did guess that it was probably the Ultimate Despairs that brought us here, right? You know, for Junko failed, let's try again, sort of thing. that doesn't... I mean, to be fair, that theory does implicate Usami. But I just don't think Usami is evil. Which makes me kinda doubt, then, that Monokuma's telling us the truth. In which case, that does kind of make sense, actually. Monokuma already in this game is a little bit different than he was last time, I've noticed. Mainly in the fact that Monokuma quite actively lies in this game. He did not lie in Danganronpa 1. Like, at all. Monokuma was pretty open about the fact that he'll tell you whatever you want as long as it doesn't solve the mysteries, you know? Which in that case sort of makes me wonder, who is controlling Monokuma? I mean, I suppose that does implicate Monica a little bit. But it's also like, I don't know if Monica is actually like a viable option. Because like, we of course already know that, you know, what happens to her after Ultra Despair Girls. I'm debating whether I should talk about this, right? Because like, if other people are watching this in the quote-unquote correct order, they might not have seen or played Ultra Despair Girls yet. So it's, I don't know to what extent I should be doing, or I should be saying Ultra Despair Girls spoilers, right? But I'll just go with it anyway. We know that Nagito, you know, saves Monica, and from that lovely little during credits illustration, we know that he somewhat succeeds in making her a new Junko. So she does seem like candidate number one for the mastermind, but you know. Actually, I was just thinking about that. Nagito, I'm pretty sure he was in that, like, last cutscene where he's carrying Monica on his back. He definitely says it. I don't remember if it's there or if it's in this, like, the scene before that he's in, where he says goodbye to Monica. But he says there's somewhere he needs to be soon. Which at the very least seems to imply that he knew they were coming here. What does that mean, though? Because it would figure, right, that everyone... Because if Usami is on our side, right, it would seem like it would probably be like a voluntary thing to bring us here. Why erase our memories? I'm not sure. I think I'm speculating too much here with like little information. We'll just move on. We'll move on.
Are you kidding me?
Why are we being targeted by a horrifying organization like that?
It's just another made-up story to trick us. Like when he said we lost our school memories. I can't suspend my disbelief for something as ridiculous as World Ender. There's no way that organization, or the traitor, exists.
Monokuma, I shall listen to you speak nonsense all you want, while I puff cigar smoke at your lifeless body.
My, I was kind enough to keep you guys informed. You calling me a liar?
I mean, you lied to Teru, so yes.
If you keep acting like this, I'll do this and that to your various body parts.
Silence!
Anyway, I'm telling the truth. The World Ender Organization is the final boss of this island. Plus, one of their members is hiding among you guys. That's why you gotta find that traitor and kill them dead. Hey, you better stop. Shut up, Monami. Big brother defying trash like you needs to be punished. No, don't pull my ears. They're gonna come off.
Monokuma and Monami departed from the area, leaving the rest of us dazed and confused. What was that just now? I'm not sure, Hajime, but I'm gonna take a lovely drink and try and forget all about it, you know? Try to move on from these, like, 20-minute longer than it should be analysis pieces. Like, get used to this, by the way. I waste a lot of time in Danganronpa just over-speculating, overthinking. In the case of the trials, at least in Danganronpa 1, it has often worked in my favor. In, like, guiding me towards what's pretty close to the right answer. But in terms of overall story, I have a bit of a mixed track record with figuring out how, like, the overarching plot comes together in these games. I don't, as far as I recall, I didn't even fully get Ultra Despair Girls.
What's going on?
Is there anybody who understood what he was talking about?
Not a clue.
Hey.
For now, since the sun is setting, we should just go home for the day. I think it's a waste of time for us to keep thinking about this.
You're probably right.
But it's getting dark soon, so going home might be a better idea. Let's just call it a day.
Oh man, no free time. After exploring the new island, we've uncovered more mysteries. As we lowered our heads and bemoaned that reality, we began heading back to our cottages. I'm dead tired from walking around all day. Jeez. I don't know what the hell's going on, but it's starting to make my head hurt. Ancient ruins, strange doors, traitors, and world ender. I have no idea what's going on anymore, and I don't even feel anxious about it. I guess I should go to sleep for now. With that, I laid my exhausted body onto the bed and closed my eyes.
My least favorite food is definitely crab. I also don't like shrimp, apples, tomatoes, and seasoned trout eggs. I don't like red foods at all. Red foods are red because they have crab inside of them. Sure, it's actually a conspiracy by the crab industry to try to make me overcome my disgust. There's no way I'd fall for that. I will never, ever eat red foods.
I mean, you do you, man.
You see, our society is filled with various hidden conspiracies that are closer than you might think.
Monokuma, are you a conspiracy theorist?
Look forward to the next Monokuma Theater.
Make sure you guys are careful too.
Oh, I'm super careful about my conspiracy theories. Unless they're to do with Danganronpa. Bing bong. Hey, we didn't get a nighttime announcement. Oh, you dick.
Has an announcement to make. Good morning, everyone. Looks like today is going to be another perfect tropical day.
It's just not the same as Danganronpa 1.
Now then, let's show some enthusiasm and make sure to give
just not the same. Morning already, huh? Feels like morning came so quickly. Like the night got skipped or something. That explains why I feel so tired. But I'm hungry, so I should just go to the restaurant and eat something. Well, oh, oops. First of all, let's look at my poor snake. Is it pooped? No. 1069.
Anyway, I think we're going to call the episode there. I assume next episode is going to be a free time episode, in which case we will get down to business with talking to Mihiru. And if it's anything like Danganronpa 1, we're probably going to get 5 free time events this time. I mean, we got 4 last time, so they might be more generous and give us like 6. But let's say it'll be like Danganronpa 1 and we'll get 5 this chapter, in which case we should totally be able to finish off Mihiru. And well, if I do it like I did in Danganronpa 1, we'll switch over to a guy. So Gundam. Who else do I hang out with? Oh, it's Chiaki. She's the one I'm missing. I was thinking it was Mihiru, Gundam, Hiyoko. Who was the other one? Right, it was Chiaki. Anything else? Anything else? No, I think that's it for this episode. Simultaneously a bit of a shorter one and a bit of a longer one, you know? Like, not much happened, but I said an awful lot. But hey, maybe it's refreshing. I'm pretty sure the past... Well, not the past few episodes, but we've had a few episodes that were fairly recent that were, like, very long. Well, I mean, granted, they were trial episodes. So, you know, makes sense that they were long. But, well, I mean, I guess I don't actually know that for certain, because I need to chop it up. But they're gonna be quite long. Again, anything else? Don't think so. So, yeah. See you guys in the next one. Oh, and like, comment, and if you haven't already, subscribe. So and. And I'll see you guys in the next one. Goodbye.